Sales can be frustrating. Sales management can be frustrating because it's easy, really, in a sense, to stand back or look over someone's shoulder, sort of armchair quarterback, listen to a sales pitch, think, oh, boy, should have said this here, should have done this here, should have paused there, should have asked this question. As an outside observer, it's a lot easier to see those things when you're in the moment, trying to make the sale, listening to your client, your head's spinning with things maybe you think you should be saying. Sometimes you're too close. You're too close. You're not pausing and listening to yourself, listening to the customer overall to figure what you're supposed to be doing next. But that is really the role. That is really the job of a professional salesperson, is to be aware of where you are in the conversation, control the conversation, steer the conversation, choose your words and your path very carefully. And so, from a sales management point of view, when you get that salesperson after the fact and say, hey, great job on this and this, here's something to watch out for, or when they said this, here's another approach, here's some things you could have said. Remember, we worked on this. Try to avoid saying that because it'll open up the doors to this and this. When that guidance is not followed, it's frustrating. It's frustrating because what I love about sales as a career is you can always get better. This is teachable. This is learnable. This is a skill that can always be improved upon. But you have to recognize in yourself that, okay, I see why. I see what happened. In the moment, the expectation cannot be that you're going to always say the right thing at the right time. You can't be perfect all the time. We have perfect pitches, but you can't be perfect all the time. But at the same time, it is true that, in my opinion, it is true that for every situation, every objection, every awkward moment, every difficult part of a sales pitch, for every one of those, there was probably one best thing you could have done. There's probably one perfect thing you could have done. Now, sometimes you'll have a bad read. I thought this was the perfect thing to do because I thought this is where the customer's head was at, but I had a bad read. It really was something else. That's fine. But for everything you know or you think you know, there's probably a right best approach. So you have to have a toolkit, a repertoire of these things to say, of these go-tos, these understandings of these moments, so that when it comes up, you have at the ready, quickly practiced and rehearsed and well crafted and that can say with confidence these little snippets of the right thing to say for this situation. That, in my world, the way I sales coach, is my job, is to hear those moments and prepare that sales professional that for the next time this comes up, here's some things you might try. Put it in your own words, your own personality, but here's what we're trying to do. Here's what the customer's thinking. Here's what we're trying to do here. And here's some things I've used in the past. Here's some things I know work. Let's work on some phrasing. Let's just so you hear it out loud. So when that coaching is not absorbed, I find that very frustrating. Sometimes it's the salesperson doesn't get it, doesn't believe you, thinks they know better, or it's just untrainable. The too stubborn, or the skull's too thick. But it's very frustrating because of all the careers you could have in life, sales is so rewarding, and it's all under your control. You can be better. I mean, think of there's probably 1,000 examples, but think of a carpenter. I can saw a board in half. Okay, great. And that skill goes all the way up to, look, I've made the most intricate little, jewelry box and dovetail and different types of wood, and it's endless how good you can get in some things. And the beauty of learning the skill, the sales craft of sales, is that it's yours. No one can take it away. It's a skill that you have developed. It's in your head. It's in your bones. You own it forever. It'll benefit you forever, and no one can ever take it away. Anyways, hope that helps. Bye.